Today we are going to talk about a so interesting topic. It's so passionate, it's nice, it's energetic, and so beautiful. I really love it. Today's topic is about music. And so here I have a quote. Nietzsche, Friedrich Nietzsche, used to say that without music, life would be a mistake. What do you think about it, Magda Camacho?
Oh, well, in my opinion, this phrase is very interesting because of course, without music, all the life is very important, and the mistake it's very, very big mistake. It's a wonderful phrase.
That's it. That's it. Thank you very much. Magda Zambrano, what do you think about it?
Can you repeat the question because I don't listen well?
Yeah, of course. Nietzsche used to say, without music, life would be a mistake.
Uh, uh, um, I don't know. Right now, I don't have an idea.
Well, I think that basically what he meant was that music is necessary for people. I think I dare to affirm that it is not only for people but also for some animals. Have you seen that when an animal is very wild, it's very angry, it's fierce, with certain music pieces, they tend to be relaxed, they tend to be calm, and even some animals tend to dance. It seems like they understand the rhythm and they dance. So, well, as far as I am concerned, music is something necessary. It's part of our nature. Well, let me get into the presentation. Here we are. Look at this. We have in here this quote that said, memories triggered by music cause some of the strongest emotional response and can be very intense. What's your opinion, Magda Camacho?
Well, I think this the memories triggered by music. It's important because when we say a very strongest emotional lines in our life, and then the sensitive, it's very important in our life, and the music it's a very good line about this.
Thank you very much. Okay, so Magda, who's your victim?
Victim said, Pilar, please.
Pilar, all right, thank you. Pilar, welcome.
Thank you very much. I think the music is very important because all of the people, uh, all of the people remember something about their lives because of the music. Classical music is important for all the people, but not all the people like it. And it's important since you are a child because the music teach you a lot of things. Like my uh, friend said, the music teach something and teach you to be sensitive, and it's perfect in all the places about our lives. In the school, since you are a child, that the teachers teach you some dance, dancing, and I think that music is beautiful around the world and around all the ages in our world. I think so. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Pilar. Okay, excellent. Yes, that was a very nice opinion. So, Magda, Pilar, would you mind listening to Magda Zambrano? Yes, do you agree?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, for me, I think it's important. For example, that Pilar said, I think it's important, yes, because the babies need to music, and everybody maybe need music in some time. For example, me when I was bored, I try to listen in different kind of music. But and the children when they are boring too, I think it's important.
Aha, yes, that's it. When children are bored, it is sometimes a very good piece of advice to play some music to them. Aha, that's a very good idea. All right, thank you, Magda. Thank you very much. Jose Luis, welcome. How are you?
Thank you. I'm good. Thank you. And you?
Excellent. I'm fine. Thank you very much. You know what? We are talking about music, and we are specifically talking about the emotions that are triggered by some music that you listen. Hasn't it happened to you, or what's your opinion about this? Do you agree?
Yes, I am. I agree with that. Usually, when you remember something with the music, uh, in that moment you live something special for you. I mean, the memories come back when the sound, with the letter, with the we move to that time. I think the music touch or, or feelings and uh, memories, all kind the human beings inside of the us. I think it's part important of the living the life with the music. It's essential for the human being. I think.
Thank you very much. Yes, it is essential. And so now we are going to see why. Here we have some quotes, piece of information. And here we have that, Pilar, could you help us reading this part?
This one, universal language.
Yes, please.
Yes. Music is the universal language because if you don't know the language of about sing a song, anyway, you enjoy the music, the rhythm, and you can communicate with other people. Is speaking about songs, about music only, and about festivals, about music around the world. That's in
Yes,
my opinion.
excellent. Thank you very much. All right. Any volunteer, somebody who would like to share your opinion? Volunteers, hello.
Oh, yes, teacher.
All right, please. Yes, Magda.
Okay, yes, well, I believe that the music a universal language, of course, because you have to the opportunity to interchange a different sounds, the different instruments, or the different emotions about the music. And of course, it's very important universal language.
Aha, that's it. Excellent. Thank you, Magda. Anybody else? Jose Luis, Magda Zambrano.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
think, okay.
Sorry. You
No,
first.
don't worry. Okay,
You
thank
first.
you. Thank you so much. I think yes, it's universal language because all the people live with the music. When you go in wherever place, for example, if you travel, if you or everybody listen music, or you can see, for example, in the bus, you can see different people listening music with their cell phones, smartphones, or whatever thing. I think it's important, and it's a good tool for the children, for the people when they are so nervous or they have any problem. Sometimes listening music for to be relaxed and depend the music, no, but you can see you can listen whatever kind of music for um different feelings that you are, I think.
Yeah, that's it. Different feelings that can be triggered. And you mentioned something very important. You said also people who are going into transportation, public transportation, they are listening to music with their devices, maybe their cell phones, smartphones, etc. Maybe to listen to their favorite music could help them to reduce stress. All right, thank you very much. Jose Luis, what's your opinion?
Uh, I think it's true. So sometimes in some cases, uh, in a movie, for example, we don't understand sometimes the letters, but the music sometimes uh, uh, transmit a feelings or it could be universal language. So it's not necessary to words to express something. So the music uh, transmit all kind of language. I mean, and feelings. Uh, what is state of the uh, person who feeling in that moment. So I think uh, it's part of the life of the everyone, and it's part of the universal language. I think.
Aha. Yeah, that's it. All right, thank you very much. Jose Luis, could you help us reading this next part? Singing rather than speaking.
Singing rather than speaking will often result in increased interactivity in people with ASD who
ASD.
PhD who perceive pitch, uh, timbre, timbre, and rim, and different areas of the brain.
Okay, thank you very much. What does this mean? Whenever we talk about people with ASD, we are talking concretely to people who suffer from autism. So here what they say is that people with autism can be helped singing more than with speaking to interact one to each other. So what do you think about it? The teachers in here, who is a teacher? Magda Camacho. What do you think about it? Does music help to people to create any bonds, to interact one to each other?
Yes, of course, teacher. Well, the music is very, very important when you teach different kids because the music provoked the connect about the neuron system and something like that. And then when you play all the kids, it's the music. It's very important, of course. Yes.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much, Magda. Anybody else's opinion who wants to say anything about this topic?
I think uh, I I have the opportunity for to work with children that have as AZ, and they when they are so nervous, the another teachers put some music, but relaxing music or classical music or something like this, and they are take it. Their behavior is relaxing. Um, I think when they listen music is like a new form to be um, more quiet, relaxing, and they can understand better, and
Excellent.
and they develop more the listening and the speaking too.
Aha, that's it. That's why in the kindergarten program, it is necessary that we teachers include music all of the time. Even every single class, we have to play music to children so that they can develop more efficiently their linguistic system and of course their neuron nets. All right, thank you. Anybody else's opinion?
Excuse me. People with ASD generally don't speak.
It just depends on the level of
Oh,
autism they have. There are some people who have a very slow level of autism, and it is called Asperger syndrome. So
oh,
they speak very fluently, they understand, they interact, but they don't have another dimension that we do. For example, we have the second sense dimension. For example, when you say a chuckle,
mhm,
some words are not literal, but people with Asperger don't know what you mean. And
mhm,
so what happens with this is that turned they tend not to understand what you are saying. So you can't say chuckles or jokes to Asperger people because they don't understand you. And for example, let's suppose that you say, "You look like a chocolate," and they are really concerned. They are confused because they say chocolate is non-human. Chocolate is color brown. Chocolate is a seed. So I'm not a chocolate. I'm not brown. I'm not a seed and things like those. And you can very easily shock them, make them be in a shock because they don't understand what you are talking about.
because I know two children with that that kind of that kind of
Autism?
autism, and they only uh, uh, give sounds.
Ah,
They don't speak anything,
yeah.
but when they learning music, um, slowly they are control all their movements because
Mhm.
first they have a lot of aggressivity,
Yeah. Yeah,
but
it is.
then with the time, if they if they continue learning music or especially um, I don't remember batería, tambores,
Drums.
drums, especially drums, they learn easily and they control the movement, the aggressivity, and they put attention to the teaching.
Aha, they pay more attention.
They pay more attention. Yes.
Yes, that's it. It is because of the level of autism they have. As far as you tell me, I think that it is a severe autism. It's a high level. But yes, as you said, music is very important in the
Yes.
development of this kind of students. All right, thank you. Jose Luis, what do you think about this?
Um, yes, as far as now, uh, they have other kind of gifts. I mean, when they have excellent memory, as far as I know, and they learn every note from the song, and sometimes they remember easily or more easily for any kind of music. So they sometimes and in some cases they develop uh, this kind of the guitar to music or reading or writing or something like that. One kind of the art they develop uh, with a high level. Uh, I think it's part of the process of the ESD, and they even when they don't talk mm, much with or interact with the people, they have that kind of the kids.
Aha, yes, that's it. All right, thank you very much. It was very interesting. So, Magda, could you help us reading this abstract?
Yes, the Japanese word karaoke comes from a phrase meaning empty orchestra.
Excellent, thank you very much. For me, that was so surprising. Empty orchestra. What
Yes.
is it? So, what do you think about this? It means empty orchestra. Why?
About me, teacher?
Yes, please.
Oh, yes. Well, I don't understand about this the meaning, but it's complete different about the meaning because the karaoke say when you move all the time or play or something like that was the empty orchestra. I because I don't know, teacher. Sorry.
No, it's okay, Magda, don't worry. Okay, anybody? Volunteers? Why empty orchestra?
I think that it's because if you are singing and the orchestra is out, is without anybody. I think
Mm-hmm.
so. I don't know. I surprised about that meaning.
Yeah, that's it. It means empty orchestra because you have the music, but you don't
Uh-huh.
have the musicians.
Oh,
Yeah. So, do you like to sing the karaoke in a party? What
I think
about
it's I
Pilar?
think I think it's very um, enjoyable um, to sing because people who is very shy with the others can sing with others, and all that party is enjoyable, and you enjoy a lot.
Yeah, it's lots of fun. All right, Jose Luis, what about you? Do you like to sing the karaoke?
Um, Usually I don't like, but sometimes I sing it. But it's fun because you see the people who sing and even when the voice is not the better. So you fun with when they sing different kind of the music. Yes,
Aha, that's it. All
usually
right.
uh, uh, a great moments from the friends or family, something like that.
Aha, that's it. Thank you very much, Jose Luis. Magda, do you like singing the karaoke?
No, teacher.
That's so nice.
Teacher, when I sing, when I sing in the kindergarten, oh, it's very bad for me. But my kids say, "Oh yes, teacher, it's very good," and well, it's surprise for me.
So surprising. It's fun.
Yes.
You know what? I think that no matter how good or how bad we could sing, it is funny. And so you can express what you feel, you can enjoy to see and listen the others. It is an integration activity that can be really, really enjoyable. And so guess what? It is tremendously beneficial. Look at this. Music activates both hemispheres of the brain and stimulates cognitive processing. So when you sing, you are not only doing something fun, you are doing some brain gym. So it helps you to have a better memory, a better relation between the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere of your brain. So it is really beneficial. Okay, so mm, guess what? Well, I don't know if you want to say any commentary about this.
Me teacher say I remember when I was pregnant, all the time I'll listening to the classical music, and I remember the stomach ache is move all the time, and my child is move all the time. But nowadays my son is very happy person.
Hey, that's great. So it was so useful.
Yes,
Excellent. Thank you for sharing that beautiful experience.
yes, of course.
Thank you. All right. Anybody else? Any commentary, kids?
I had an experience similar with my daughter. She listened to music all the time when he was, I don't remember how do you say embarazada,
Pregnant.
pregnant. And the baby now is very happy, is always moving with all kind of music. And I think it's very important to learn since before you born, because you are a different creature, and you have, maybe you can change the world. I think so. It was very interesting.
Yeah, that's nice. You know what? I totally agree with you. It is very important that we educate our children even before they are born. And to listen music is a very important part. Okay, so here we are. Look at this. Okay, at this information. Jose Luis, could you please?
Yes, music provides non-verbal, no threatening way of confronting issues.
Thank you very much. You know what? I remember that when I was studying in the University of Southern Indiana, I was there in October 31st. I was there. I saw Halloween, but I was almost crying because I was missing the Day of the Dead in Mexico. So for me, it was a hard time because I missed my country. But when suddenly they tried to organize a celebration for Mexican students who were there, and they did something similar to the Day of the Dead. Of course, with variations, the gringo variations, but they played El Son de la Bruja, and I couldn't help. I started crying. so it helped me in a non-verbal way to cope with my problem that I was missing Mexico. I was missing my country really hardly. It was difficult for me. But yes, I talk about that memories triggered by music. It was an emotional response, very hard. And even it was non-verbal confronting issues because I was not paying attention to the lyrics of the Son de la Bruja. I was listening to the instruments. Uh, the sound of the instruments really made me be in a shock because I felt that they were part of me. The Veracruz harp, the jaranas,
Yeah.
Jesus. This is something that I really can't describe. And it happened to me because I was far, far away. Later on, somebody played La Canción Mixteca, and I was just like this to kill myself. He said, put me in the ofrenda, please. So it was for me now it is very nice to remember, but in that time it was terrible. Okay, so any commentary about this?
Sorry, teacher, I don't understand. No verbal. What is the meaning?
No verbal.
Ah, okay, 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 okay.
Yeah, so because sometimes it is not the lyrics, it's the music. No, for example, when you are far away and you listen Jarabe Tapatio,
Yeah. Oh, okay.
or
Right.
something else happened to me in this topic. Music
Ah,
provides non-verbal, non-threatening way of confronting issues. Well, it happened that I was so stressed, and suddenly I went to visit my mom, but she was also very stressed, and so we had an argument. We had a discussion, and so she was really angry about me. And she was so angry that she didn't talk to me. She went into her bedroom and she didn't want to go out. So it was my fault because I was non tolerant. And so I wanted to tell her that I was sorry. I wanted to tell her that I was very ashamed about that situation, but she didn't want to listen to me. So the only one thing that I could do was to play her favorite music. And suddenly, at the middle of the song, my mommy opened her bedroom door. And when she was out, she was crying. And so I could talk to her because I told her, Mommy, I'm so sorry. It was not my intention, but it was my fault. Forgive me, please. So she hugged me and she started crying. And in that moment, I think that it was much better. If I had explained her, talked to her, maybe we would have fought again. But with music, it was easier. That's why the success of serenatas. So,
yes. Yes.
Jose Luis, haven't you taken a serenata to your wife?
Um, yes, when we are before to marry, yes.
Oh, beautiful. And after,
After, no.
come on, boy. Where is romance? Where is the romantic part?
Yes, I know it's mine, but it's different with I don't know, something changed with the years, and I mean we have two boys, uh, we have different times, different work times. I don't know, but
Yes,
the priority changes and the times for every step in the life is
yes.
different.
Yeah, that's
I,
it.
I
Everything
Yes,
changes.
I, I, I don't say who is better or worse. I just live in different age, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's it. But she's your
Probably, yeah,
girlfriend.
probably some boys serenatas every month or every year. So I don't know, but in my case, no.
She's your girlfriend. Don't forget it. All right. Thank you very much, Jose Luis. Magda, have you taken any serenata for anybody?
Yes, of course, teacher. I remember when I was at high school, and it's the serenata. It's very nice for me, and I was very happy because the boy is very handsome, and I like.
Oh,
Yes, of course, it's a very good experience.
so beautiful. And haven't you taken a serenata to any boy?
No, really, teacher, no. And my
We
husband,
should.
no, my husband, any serenata.
He's your boyfriend. Where is the romance?
Yes, of course, I don't know.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, Pilar, what about you?
I, well, I never had a serenade, but I think it should be very, very happy for the person who received the serenade.
Mm,
And in all the noviazgos, you have a very special song that you want to that boy sing for you. And I think it's very, very happy to receive a 7-8.
aha, it is something so special. And so, haven't you taken any serenata to a boy?
No,
Let's do it. You know what? I think that it could be so exciting, so fun.
it could be, but for me, it's like uh, it's not the better way to conquer him.
All right, but I think that it would be very fun to take serenata to anybody else. Maybe one of these days I am going to do it. And later
Maybe.
on, I will tell you how
Please
it was.
invite us. Please
Yeah,
invite us.
I will send you the video. All right. Okay, so here we are. Here we have that research shows that individuals with autism show equal or superior abilities in speech processing, labeling of emotions in music, and musical preference when compared to typically developing peers. So we are talking again about autism. I
Uh-huh.
think that it's very important. And guess what? Here I have another. Here they say that Mozart was known to meow during rehearsals and even to jump around on tables and furniture like a cat. This eventually carried over into his music when he wrote the Cat Duet. Did you know that?
I hear, I listen to the cat duet is really enjoyable because um, the people sing, or it's better to say mew or mew like a cat.
Aha.
In a school, music school, my children sing, sang that is that the cat duet, and it was very interesting for all the the parents to listen the babies singing the cat duet because everybody mew, 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 in different intensities, and it was beautiful for all parents. I think it's very interesting, and people like Mozart. I don't have words to describe him. He's
Uh-huh.
a gifted man.
Yeah, he was a genius.
He was a genius, exactly.
All right, thank you very much. Anybody else's opinion, kids? Jose Luis, hello.
Hello, and I don't, I don't have idea when the Mozart was no news.
Uh-huh.
It's
Yeah.
the first time that I did that. Uh, yeah, but I don't know if he like. I assume he is.
But he meowed during the
Yes,
rehearsals.
yes. I don't know if he like the animals or something like that.
That's it. All right, Jose Luis, thank you very much. Magda, what about you? What's your opinion?
Well, first of all, I don't like the cat. I suppose that the Mozart it's a very nice person, a genius, but I don't like the cat.
Yeah, you know what? I think that, well, Mozart was a genius, and maybe he was inspired, or maybe he tried not only to compose, but also to perform. Who knows? But he was a very gifted, a very talented composer, and it was a curiosity. For me, it was awesome to know that. All right. So, kids, you know what? Finally, I would like to show you this. Um, Music not only changes our mood, but it also changes the way we think and our perception of the world. What do you think about this? This was a quote by Albert Einstein.
Uh,
What's your opinion about this Einstein's quote?
I think it's true. Sometimes the music affects our mood. Uh, it depends of the situation what we live in. So we are happy and we uh, listen music like with rhythm in fast and something like that. We affected our body, affected our mood or something like that. I think it's true.
Yeah, thank you very much, Jose Luis. Magda, what's your opinion?
well, in my point of view, of course, the music it's change your life because your sensibility, it's it all the time, and the life it's very nice when you listen to the music all the time.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Pilar, what's your opinion?
I like the where say listening to music while running helps you burn more calories.
Ah,
I
yes.
I don't know that, and I think people only listen to music because they want to forget that they are running. But now I will go uh, running because it's better. You
Yeah,
can burn more calories.
yeah, that's it. Excellent. Thank you very much. Okay, kids, I don't know if you want to say anything else, any commentary, any question. No?
No,
Well,
teacher.
No, no, thank you.
you very much for your attention, your attendance, of course, for your participation, your brilliant participation. So, meet you next class and have a very good night.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, teacher.
Thank you.
See
Thank
you. Bye.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
Magdalena, Jose Luis, Magda.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Have a nice.
Have a
Good
nice
night.
night.
Good night.